Hi, good morning. How's everybody doing? Um, we are in the month of the Dear Mother in the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple. I'm teaching my Dear Mother class. We had our first class last weekend, and then our second class is coming this weekend. So that's exciting. Here, let me fix that. And other exciting things that are coming very shortly now. I'm going to be announcing the pilgrimage schedule for 2024. So if you've dreamed of going on pilgrimage with the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple, I'd love to have you. You're welcome to come. Pretty soon, if you're on my mailing list, you're going to get a sneak peek before I release it to the general public. Hi there, Joanne. Good to see you. Good morning. And hello, YouTube. I never know who's there because it only shows me the number, not the name, unless you say hi. So thank you for the heart. That's good to see. Thank you so much. Um, yes, I would love it, Joanne. That would be so fun. Let's make it happen. Um, maybe a little reward to yourself for your school, uh, which is coming to conclusion, something like that. All right, so let's get into it. The Dear Mother. This is a time for the end of the year of purification, of meditation and journeying, connecting with the parts of ourselves that maybe didn't get as much attention in the past year, the parts of ourselves that have felt a little neglected, the parts of ourselves that need rest after a year of work and toil, the parts of ourselves that really are who we genuinely are. Yes, vision board this year. I love it. When the dear mother ascends the mountain, victorious in her splendor, she brings with her the elixir of the forest, with precious incense, fragrant and sweetly scented. The mountain is purified, the forest is purified, the waters are purified, the animals are purified, the deities are purified, the spirits are purified, the ancestors are purified, our families are purified, our homes are purified, our children are purified, my life force is purified, your life force is purified. Obstacles removed, wounds are healed, good words are spoken. All around us is purified, is purified, is purified. the poet. Make your life a work of art and your art a work of life. See the poetry in the mundane, and you will be rewarded beyond measure. Oh, it's so hard amidst all the hustle and bustle sometimes to remember that we are here to create and to enjoy beauty as opposed to here to hustle and survive. The poet transcends time, inseparably connected to the artistic flowering of all cultures, from the distant past right up until today, and onward to those who will exist in the future. She can create poetry because she is poetry. She dwells in a heightened state. Her artistic and spiritual vision, always seeing the connections, stories, and lessons to be learned from everything and everyone. The appearance of the poet is a reminder to see your life as a work of art and to see your art, what you do with your time, as a work of life, to see the poetry in even the most mundane things. The practice of seeing your life as a work of art, with you as its artist, and your daily life's busyness as a source of poetry, can powerfully transform your life in ways that are beyond even the poet's words. Um, and then the invitation for the activity today is to journal, to sit with your journal, to write down beautiful musings and words of wisdom that come up for you. I think that one of the things that has happened, at least in the US, I don't think it's like this absolutely everywhere, but in the US, we watch it happen at the school level as schools struggle for funding and funding gets cut back and things get cut back and they basically need to cut out more and more of the what they consider the enrichment activities in order to make sure that they have ample coverage for what they consider the essential activities. What you have are kids going in and then they've got all the like math and reading and science and history and all those classes, but then things like art and music are getting cut out as if they're extra, as if art, music, poetry, beauty, expression aren't just as essential to the learning process. But if you really think about it, it's denying half the brain the power of expression. The brain on, the one side relates very much to math and science and learning and memorizing and figuring and logical thinking, rational thinking, reason. But the whole other side of the brain is for creative play, the use of metaphor, color, texture, the quality of experience, the emotional state. And all of that contributes to intelligence. And of course, most of us as adults would look at that and say, oh, it's such a shame that they took music out of that school. Oh, that was the best thing. I loved that teacher. Or, oh, it's such a shame that they've taken away the art classes. That's so important. But we are the same ones who then will wake up in the morning, get out there, make our coffee, work, 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 work all day long, and never make time for the beauty, the poetry, the elegance, the expressive. We'll think to ourselves, I want that for someone else, but we won't prioritize it for us. I am definitely guilty of this. Although beauty is a big part of what I do as a devotee of Aphrodite, beauty, to do everything with beauty is my aim. Nonetheless, even for me, the creation of beauty can become somewhat of like a job or like a work that I'm doing, as opposed to something I'm doing for my own pleasure. So I have to remember and set aside time to create space for beauty as such, just for enjoyment. Yeah, and Joanne says, this is why I left teaching and went into mental health. Don't get me going on the Common Core. Yeah, that's right. It's not letting me see the rest of the comment when I try to touch the screen, but I agree. There's so much more to life than Common Core. There's so much more to life than work all day long, every day. We have to create these beauty moments, these moments of elegance. So today, that's our job. We're going to create some moment of beauty. We're going to create some moment of elegance. We're going to create some moment of, just pure expression for the sake of expression. And we're going to see how that helps us in our lives. It's going to help us to feel more whole, more vibrant, more free. Let's do it. And now let's dive into practice with 3 prostrations before the shrine. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And we'll set our intention today of person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And let's recite the 4 immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balanced point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guan Xiyin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Om Ahum. 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 Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. Reverently I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guanyin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxi Pusa, calling out to Guanyin and asking her to give us that sacred pause, that little moment in the day when we might access that ability to have some poetry, some beauty, some art, creative expression in our lives, and to call our attention to it so that we don't push it aside in favor of getting more done. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa. Namo Guanxi Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. 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 A brief prayer for the Mani reciter of calm. This is to keep us steady on the path of doing our recitations. Lama Dankun Shuksum Lakchatsa Lo Dakni Changchuk Nimpur Chike Bar Gandang Gangdu Kepa De Dang Der Tadu Tuje Chempo Jetsin Shing Kusum Gewe Chila Chipar Sho Jamdang Ningje Chempo Kunlang Ne Tuje Chempo Tuljar Girpanam Lame Changchuk Chola Gope Cheer Tuje Chempo Trinle Je Par Sho. Homage to the Guru and Three Jewels. From now until I reach the essence of awakening, wherever I may be reborn, in that place may I always follow the great compassionate one and dedicate my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Inspired by loving kindness and great compassion, in order to lead all Mahakarunika's followers to supreme and unsurpassable awakening, may I carry out the great compassionate one's activity. Lama Dankun Juksum Lakchatsa Lo Dakni Changchup Ningpor Chike Bar Gangdang Gangdu Kipa De Dang Der Tadu Tuje Chempo Jetsin Shing Gusum Gewe Chila Chapar Sho Jamdang Ningje Chempo Kunlang Ne Tuje Chempo Duljar Gerpanam Lame Changchup Chola Gope Cheer Tuje Chempo Trinle Jepar Sho. 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, calling out to Guanyin and asking her to please send the energy of our recitations out to those who need it in the world today. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes, and may we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxi Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher, and wishing everyone a fantastic day. I hope you do really, really great at finding your joy in the moment of creative expression sometime today. See you tomorrow.